10 celebs who were honest about having plastic surgery. Top 10. Chrissy Teigen. Everything about me is fake except my cheeks, Chrissy Teigen once proclaimed. That was back in 2017, when the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model turned lip-sync battle host pointed to her forehead, nose, and lips as she declared, "Fake, fake, fake." Besides the buccal fat removal and eyebrow transplant surgeries, Chrissy has apparently been dabbling with Botox and fillers for years. Although she specifically states she's never done anything to her cheeks look much fuller as she's gotten older, which is usually not typical for aging, says Dr. Rachel Nazarian. Her lips look fuller and more plump, which likely means she had hyaluronic acid injections done for enhancement. Botox helps prevent wrinkling during facial expression, and even though she's smiling in the photos, her forehead is smooth and her crow's feet are diminished. Cindy Crawford. Supermodel Cindy Crawford admits to having shots of Botox in the past. And quote, "I'm not going to lie to myself, past a certain age, creams work on the texture of your skin, but in order to restore elasticity, all I can really count on is vitamin injections, Botox, and collagen," and quote, she told InStyle. And quote, "I have a very simple, healthy life, which works miracles. I drink a lot of water, watch what I eat, and exercise, but I owe the quality of my skin to my cosmetic surgeon." She further said, "If you can change it completely. But if you can't do that, learn to confess," says Cindy Crawford. Cardi B. The superstar has been vocal about her choice to undergo various plastic surgery treatments in the past. In addition to a breast augmentation, Cardi B admitted in an interview to getting illegal injections in her butt. And quote, "In order to get lipo, where they put the fat transfer in your ass and it gets bigger, you need to have fat. I did not have no type of fat," and quote, she said. And quote, "But I was desperate to have a bigger ass." Cardi B further disclosed about getting her body back after birth. "I didn't want to pop out after I had my son because I told you, I wanted to get my body done first," and quote, she said. And quote, "A lot of people thought that when I gave birth, I automatically went to do surgery. No, I literally waited 7 months to do surgery because we have to." Lastly, she said, "Everybody kept saying there's a non-surgical way to get your nose smaller, and that's doing fillers. So I did fillers on my nose in 2019, and that messed my nose up," and quote, she said. And quote, "My nose got longer, it got wider, and I'm oh my gosh, what the frick bleeped up my nose? I have no choice but to actually do my nose. So in 2020, after and quote, WAP and quote, I got my nose done." Gwyneth Paltrow. And quote, "I use organic products, but I get lasers. It's what makes life interesting, finding the balance between cigarettes and tofu. I've probably tried everything," and quote, Paltrow told Bazaar in 2013. And quote, "I would be scared to go under the knife, but talk to me when I'm 50. I'll try anything. Except I won't do Botox again, because I looked crazy. I looked like Joan Rivers," and quote. She further said, "I had a midlife crisis when I turned 40, and I went to go see this doctor. It was a disaster. I didn't do anything else for a long, long time. I was bruised, my forehead was completely frozen, and I didn't look like myself at all," and quote, Paltrow admits. She says the switch to Xeomin and a new doctor are responsible for her more natural look these days. Cuoco. In a November 2016 interview with Women's Health, Kaylee spoke candidly about her decision to enhance her chest. "Years ago, I had my nose done. And my boobs, best thing I ever did," she said. "Recently, I had a filler in a line in my neck I've had since I was 12. As much as you want to love your inner self, I'm sorry, you also want to look good. The bottom line is I'm not 21 anymore, so it used to be so easy and I didn't have to do as much," and quote, she said of her new workout plan. And quote, "But you're getting a little older and I've got to cut things out. It's important, it's now part of my day. Working out is part of my day, eating right is part of my day." Cher. Cher has never been shy about discussing plastic surgery, but she won't admit to work she hasn't done. And quote, "If I'd had as much plastic surgery as they say, like I've got ass implants and calf implants and cheek implants," and quote, the music legend told ABC in 2002, and quote, "I've had the same cheeks my entire life. No but lifts. No ribs removed. If I want to put my tits on my back, it's nobody's business but my own," and quote, she said. There's another reason why the moonstruck actress is aging backwards, and that is a surgical facelift. Cher has admitted to it, saying, "Yes, I have had a facelift, but who hasn't?" In an interview, she even told that her mother had a facelift at the age of 56, which made her look even more beautiful and young. The internet couldn't get over how young Cher's mother looked on her 93rd birthday 3 years ago. Jane Fonda. In 2010, the acting legend candidly wrote about plastic surgery on her blog, and quote, "Bob Evans complimented me on my new, short haircut, and I said, thanks. I just had some work done on my chin and neck and had the bags taken away from under my eyes. So I decided it would be good to get a new haircut so people will think it's my new hair." He thought that was so funny, he actually toasted me for doing what he said he'd never heard anyone do before: admit they'd had work done. I was planning on blogging about it anyway, so who cares? Now, I look more like how I feel. I'm glad I did it, and quote. Speaking about her own history with plastic surgery, she said, and quote, "But then as I'm saying that, I'm thinking we all know a lot of women who are wealthy who've had all kinds of facelifts and things like that, and they look terrible. I had a facelift and I stopped because I don't want to look distorted. I'm not proud of the fact that I had one." Faris. The comedian wrote candidly about trying lip injections and getting a breast augmentation in her book Unqualified. "I started getting lip injections in my upper lip. I did it for a little bit and I noticed a small difference, but no one else ever said anything. I kept wondering if anybody else even noticed." She eventually stopped getting injections after a friend commented on them. Her role as a Playboy bunny in The House Bunny inspired her to get her breasts done shortly after marrying then-husband Chris Pratt. Faris also said, "I was like, I'm turning 30, she previously revealed on the What's the Tea podcast in January 2017. "I wanted to make a change. So, I got my boobs done." She was even willing to share that she opted for a jelly implant that wasn't FDA approved at the time. "That's what all the Hollywood actresses do, get the experimental ones," she quipped. "Because what the F, K, we're all going to die early." Faris. Gene and his wife Shannon Tweed, 64, who he married in 2011, had his and hers facelifts in 2007. However, the performer said he does not recommend plastic surgery to others. "I don't recommend anything that I've done to anyone. Just because I order something off the menu doesn't mean you should," he told the paper. "Order whatever makes you happy. Everybody's journey should be a personal choice. Don't look over your shoulder while you're running the race of life. Do the best you can. To thine own self be true." Heidi Montag. "I think I look way better and I'm way happier," she told People magazine at the time. "Nobody ages perfectly, so I plan to keep using surgery to make me as perfect as I can be." Montag further said about her surgeries, "Spencer thought he lost me," and quote, she told Paper magazine in 2018. And quote, "I died for a minute. With that much surgery, I had to have 24-hour nurse care and Spencer didn't want to leave my side. My security guards called Spencer and told him Heidi's heart stopped. She's not going to make it. And I easily could have. Cutting yourself up isn't something I'd recommend. It's upsetting that you can go to a doctor and say, "Here's what I hate about myself," and he'll say, "I can fix that." For free. Her advice now is, if you're having those kinds of thoughts and issues, it's important to seek advice from those you love and professionals who want to help. She said, "Figure out why you feel that way and what's behind it." Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.